This Saturday on HBO, Nonito Donaire faces off against the Mexican Jorge Arce at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas. The fight is on HBO at 9:30 Eastern. Nonito Donaire is 30-1, 19 knockouts. Whenever you mention Nonito Donaire, it always comes with the territory that you have to mention Manny Pacquiao or vice versa. They're both the best fighters from the Philippines, with Pacquiao being knocked out cold from a counter right hand from Juan Manuel Marquez last week on HBO pay-per-view from the MGM Grand. How much pressure do you think is on Nonito Donaire to win this fight and represent his country proudly?
I'm not so sure that there's additional pressure on Donaire. Donaire understands the pressures of boxing. There are pressures enough just getting in the ring. He's a professional. No doubt he's upset at Pacquiao's loss, as are many. But Donaire knows what his job is, and his job is to get in the ring. His job is to fight. His job is to knock out his opposition, and he does his job exceedingly well.
Let me ask you this. Are you a little surprised that he is deciding to fight again against a solid opponent who, by the way, Donaire has won in 4 divisions. Arce has won in 4 divisions. According to my math, that's 8 combined, people. Do you think that it's a little surprising that he's turning it around this quickly and fighting just 2 months ago, from 2 months ago?
Well, there's no reason for him not to strike while the iron is hot. Donaire is he's on the cusp of superstardom. Not enough people know him, but he is on the cusp of superstardom, in part because of his winning personality, but also because of his incredible fighting style. He's a thrilling fighter to watch. And now, of course, coincidentally, with Pacquiao having gone down, the sky's the limit for Donaire. There's no telling if he wins this fight into what stratosphere he'll be catapulted. So it's a major fight for him, and I think it's a fight he's going to win.
He is the WBO junior featherweight titleist. You said that he's on the verge of stardom. He's already a star, but many don't consider him a prize fighter. So let me ask you this. Can he win over boxing fans being at such enrolled in such a low weight class?
He can if he is sold properly. There's nothing wrong with him being in a low weight class. I mean, boxing is one of those amazing sports, one of the few amazing sports where a man of any size can find competition. If he's not small enough to be a jockey and he's not tall enough to be a basketball player, he's going to fit somewhere between those two. And Donaire happens to be a small guy, but he's a fine fighter, and he's a thrilling fighter. And despite his size, he KOs his opposition. So there's nothing wrong with Donaire, that's for sure. Big, small, Donaire is a winning fighter, and he's a thrilling fighter.
Arce is 66-2 with 46 knockouts, so he also knocks out the opposition. As I said previously, he has won in 4 divisions. He is just 3 years older than Donaire. Donaire's 29, Arce is 32. What kind of strategy could Arce bring to the table, and do you see a blueprint at all in how to beat Nonito Donaire? One guy has, but I mean, what's the blueprint at this point in his career?
Well, I don't think there is a blueprint, which is why he only has 1 loss. I mean, Donaire, he's a great fighter. He's an adaptable fighter. He comes to fight. He's a puncher, but he's also a boxer. He's very flexible, and he thinks on his feet in there. So I don't know that there is a blueprint, and certainly not a blueprint that Arce has at his disposal. Arce is a fine fighter, but he's a little past his prime, and he also is a come-forward fighter, which in a sense is ready-made for Donaire. Donaire is a sharpshooter, and he's got a lot of power, so I don't think this fight is going to go the distance, and I don't think that Arce is going to be the winner in the end.
Arce has not lost since 2009, and he had a no contest against Jesus Rojas. Let me ask you this. You said that it's a perfect style for Donaire to match up against. Why exactly would you say that?
Well, because Donaire has power, because Arce is a come-forward fighter. It's not as though Arce is going to sort of retreat and try to survive. That's not his style. He has too much pride for that. So he's going to come to fight. He's going to bring the fight to Donaire. He's going to basically try to get Donaire to fight his fight. Donaire will fight his fight insofar as Donaire wants to fight his fight. But Donaire has flexibility. He has skills at his disposal. If he doesn't want to punch, he can box. If he doesn't want to box, he can punch. He has flexibility, whereas Arce does not.
The Mexico-Philippines rivalry, or whatever it may be, from the Pacquiao-Marquez 4 fight continues, obviously, with these two, Arce from Mexico, Nonito Donaire from the Philippines. I believe you stated that you think Nonito Donaire will win, but will win by knockout. Did you said that? I'm stating that correctly?
I didn't say that in so few words, but yes, I implied as much, yes.
Okay, so you think that he'll win by knockout. What round do you think?
I think 9th round.
Okay, so if he does win by knockout in the 9th round, could you see him fighting a Rigondeaux? Can we possibly see a huge fight in this weight class against Abner Mares? That could possibly even be pay-per-view stuff.
Well, it ought to be, and it ought to be a fight that that is made. I don't know. I mean, again, Donaire is sort of the goose that lays the golden egg right now. So I don't know if they want to put him in as tough with somebody as Rigondeaux or as Mares. But those are the fights I want to see, and I think those are the fights that most fans want to see as well.
Well, Robert, fighting just 2 months after his previous one, it'll be interesting to see how exactly he fights. I don't like the quick turnaround, but overall, I have to agree with you. I think he'll win by decision, not knockout, however. So again, 9:30 Eastern from the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas on HBO. Nonito Donaire and Jorge Arce should be a good one. Robert Exel, you are always on top of it. Thank you, and we will talk to you next week.
Excellent. Thank you, Rick.